What did Ray say while playing Riichi Mahjong? Chat says, what's into you? Why did you not fold? There's one word the comment's alright, since the video's 1 minute old. Madman. He said he would call Khan if he can. What is his plan? Forget the mangan, we have 8 Han. We will not be stepping back. Let's go and attack just like that. My left lord's a trash can. Welcome back to Mahjong Soul, folks. My name's Yusong. I hope you're having a good day wherever you are, folks. You're listening to Riichi FM. That's one of my favorite songs as of late. That's right, we're parodying songs that I actually enjoy. Ray with Suzanne. It's an absolute slapper if you haven't heard the original. And by the way, the falsetto, it's a work in progress. 1,000 videos from now, my falsetto is going to be banging. That's right. My Malcolm Gladwell 1,000 hours is coming up. And after that point, I'm going to be a B-flat tenor. And I'm going to be headlining. I'm going to be on Broadway as the Phantom of the Opera or something. Folks! It's a beautiful day to be playing Riichi Mahjong. We did a little streaming yesterday. We collabed with our cohorts. If you're here, if you're new from that stream, welcome in. Played a few games after the collab as well. I think we got a 3rd and a 2nd place. Hey, it's genuinely not bad. We're going back into the Jade Room today. As we load into the Jade Room, let me just say this. If you like the song, or if you like the genre, consider subscribing. I got new videos every single day. Consider leaving a like and a comment if you're feeling particularly generous, as that helps out me and the channel such a great deal. It brings us to our featured comment of the day. Leaf Duvall writes, I don't really have anyone to celebrate with, but I hit expert yesterday. Thank you for teaching me to know when to hold them and when to fold them and fold them again. And one more time just to be safe. Hey, that's the folding strategy right there. First of all, congratulations. Second of all, a million updates to the left. I think that, all of us playing Riichi Mahjong know how impossible this game is, you know what I mean? All of us have felt the sheer powerlessness that we experience at the hands of, a game of Riichi Mahjong at any moment. So, congrats, absolutely congrats. I'll see you, once I demote one more time, I'll see you an expert, or if you promote, we'll have a rowing bout. What am I trying to say? You know what I mean? We'll see each other one way or another, depending on who promotes and who demotes, okay? Thank you so much for the kind comment. I also want to give a quick shout out to all the patrons. Patreon.com/YU_SONG. The link is down below in the description. For $4 a month, you get access to a bonus video every single month. Holy bursh. As well as the shout out like you're hearing right now, and a whole bunch of other goodies like our Riichi Mahjong song parody docs and our Riichi Mahjong strategy docs. Thank you so much to everyone who's supporting me on Patreon. They give me the biggest slice of the pie there. It's the best way to support me. Welcome to Silver Pigeon and Chow Sef or Chosef. I don't know which pronunciation is correct, so I'm going to do both. Thank you so much for supporting me. Let's get into some Mahjong, folks. This hand is really, really good. Would love to call Riichi. The nut draw beyond a shadow of a doubt, 12 Angry Men style, is a 4 bamboo. I mean, am I nuts just to call Chi there? I don't hate this. I mean, I'm in Tenpai. This is what? A 1 Han hand, right? It's all simples, nothing. Like, we have 0 value in our hand. No red 5s, no nothing, but we get to call the Ron right there. Like, winning a 1,000 point hand feels like nothing. You know what I mean? Like, this is very, I don't know, it's very milquetoast. This is very, like, lukewarm. But, being able to prevent someone from winning, like, an 8,000 point hand, or, like, worse, a 12,000 point hand, that's priceless right there. And you already know the mental tilt is starting to affect everyone at the table. What do you mean this bozo got a Ron 15 seconds into the game? Okay. 4 pairs for a verse, no album out. 4 pairs in our starting hand. We might have to walk the Zuzzy path of 7 pairs, but maybe it can still be normal. You know what I mean? Me in a social interaction after I've already fumbled once. Maybe this could still be normal. It really depends on what we're drawing into. I gotta keep these dragons around me when I'm Seto Kaiba building a Yu-Gi-Oh deck. I gotta keep these dragons around just in case we draw into a triplet. Would love to open up this hand. This hand feels awesome. It would be like red dragon, red 5, or white dragon, red 5, a 3 Han hand. And again, we get to prevent someone else from winning. Okay, this is an absolute gosh dang nightmare. They have Seat Wind, Prevalent Wind, and they were willing to Haktua on the con on that thing, which means that their hand is like good. You know what I mean? Or they're really tilted. Let's check the elo. No, they actually no ball. Okay, so that means their hand is probably really, really good. But there is the there's a chance for total and utter devastation right now, because if we get to call Riichi, or someone at the table calls Riichi, they have 2 chances at Oradora as well, and that could definitely be the precursor to like a huge hand, right? Mangan, Hanuman, all becoming more likely after this con was called. Yusong, you already know what I'm gonna say. Yusong, how are things go? How is life Outside of the game, hang on, give me 1 second. Yusong, how are things going outside of the game? Thank you so much for asking. I really appreciate that. Things are going okay. After yesterday, ooh, tide goes in, tide goes out. Can't pawn that. Bill O'Reilly reference. Retweets do not equal endorsements. It's just, you know, we're just saying some words right now. Is it ever all simples? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It could be all simples. Isn't that a hoot? Isn't that kind of interesting to think about? I mean, this is a little dicey. I'm not gonna lie to you. It's a little dicey to go for all simples here. It's a perfectly fine hand otherwise. Okay, really tricky. So a crossroad has sea wind, prevalent wind, 1 door at the least, right? They could definitely have the other door as well. Oh my god. Oh no, dude, I'm about to lose everything. I'm about to lose everything! Okay, I didn't lose everything, but I was so scared. I could cut 4 of characters, right? It's inside Tsuji for left lord. They're not waiting with a 2-3. They're not waiting with a 5-6. So there's some good to be had there. This is freaky. I'm not gonna lie to you, folks. This is freaky. I'm 1 tile away from Tenpai myself for 7 pairs. Oh my god, what am I doing? Okay, I'm 1 tile away from 7 pairs. I might still have to fold. I might not have to fold now. Wow. Okay, a lot is happening right now. My mind is going 3,000 miles per hour. That's okay. Can't really focus on anything. The greed has overtaken me. I want to open a CS loot box so bad, but I'm folding. I'm folding because I got that dog in me, and that dog's name, Discipline. I don't know, kind of a weird name for a dog if I'm gonna be totally honest with you. This is so sad. Oh my god. Yusong, just go for it. I don't know if I want to go for it. Like, a crossroad is in Tenpai. Left lord is also in Tenpai. Why am I rocking the boat? You know what I mean? Like, I don't really want to do that. I know my hand is also really valuable. 2 red 5s and 1 Dora. Yeah, it's not terrible. But the only problem with that is, like, we're not in Tenpai. You know what I mean? And the difference between being in Tenpai and not being in Tenpai is, like, infinite. It's so big. Evangelion 1.3.1, you are, parentheses, not in Tenpai. I don't know how to make it any more clear. You know what I mean? It's just like, when you're not in Tenpai, the minefield that you have to walk through in order to get into Tenpai is not one that I fancy right now. Call Me a Twice song that I really, really enjoyed. He's K-pop posting. I mean, 6 of characters, hilariously a safe tile, right? Didn't really expect that, but it's safe for both the player who has called Riichi and the player who has, you know, in the dealer seat called Pawn and Shi a gazillion times. Left lord's gonna assume, look, this is okay. I mean, at least we're not paying the dealer penalty. A crosslord is the one paying the dealer penalty. I was so scared for a second that this was gonna be a full flush in the circle suit. Luckily, it's not. And hey, they hit an Oradora. The mangan prediction that we had earlier certainly is gonna come true. Folks, yesterday I got some sushi. It was good. Wow, Yusong, I'm on the edge of my seat. Okay, here's the thing. Something that I learned in therapy that I'm really trying to, like, you know, focus in on this year is that, like, this idea of you have to make your life worth living. It sucks. I know. I genuinely, it's such a chore. like, I don't know. I'm saying this, like, half sarcastically, but also half, like, extremely, extremely earnestly, which is, like, I used to not think this way. I honestly used to not think this way. I would just be like, oh, life is life. And, you know, things are just, like, sad all the time. And then through the power of talking to someone for an hour a week and for taking the homework seriously and for being honest and I think for tryharding, genuinely for tryharding in therapy, the realization of, like, no, you got to do nice things for yourself. And I don't mean this in a Parks and Recreation, like, treat yourself kind of way, but you know, that can be a part of it. You just have to, like, schedule things for yourself that make life worth living. I realized that I hadn't done that in a long time. And so yesterday I was like, you know what? Sushi time. You got it. Sometimes you got to do it. You know what I mean? And it's like sushi. I didn't even ball out at sushi. There's this, like, marketplace near me. It's, like, not really a restaurant, but they have, like, great, like, very, very fresh pre-prepared sushi. So I just got a few things that were, like, pre-prepared. Folks, it's an absolute hoot. You know, like, the food was so nice that I was like, and it wasn't like a Michelin star. Like, I'm not sitting there and violins are playing in the background or whatever. It's just, you know, I'm just chilling. Okay, hang on. Something is afoot here. Something is wrong. Something is really, really wrong. I don't think I like this 2-4 shape, but I don't think I'm supposed to like this 7-9 shape either. Like, the 2-4 shape is bad. Because the way to upgrade it is to draw into a 5F circles, right? But we can kind of already use the 5F circles. I also fricked up big time. Like, this is the world's most obvious half flush in the bamboo suit, and I think that their hand is ready. So now I'm like no longer allowed to cut. I'm no longer allowed to cut the 7 of bamboo. I'm just not. Like, maybe they're not in Tenpai somehow, but like, I don't know. These first few discards are really, really sus. Excuse me. They're really, really sus. Who am I? Dean Norris on Cameo? Don't lie to me, Walt. But yeah, I don't want to deal into that. Look, my hand is very okay, right? We have the potential to accept 1 copy of the 2 of characters. The 2 of characters, of course, being the Dora. So that's not necessarily terrible. But even then, Riichi 1 Dora. It's not even Pinfu. We have to double pair your kit for the 9 of characters with the 1 of characters. I don't think so. I don't think so. Maybe I could be persuaded. We've been known to do some checks notes, incredibly stupid stuff from time to time. So maybe that's something. Hey, and now suddenly Seymour could draw back into Tenpai without having to discard the 7 of bamboo. We're loving every minute of it, Jerry. It's not looking great. 3 of the 6s are gone, and we've already cut 1 of the 9s. We could end up in some stupid Furry 10 situation. So probably not going to win this hand, but at least there's a glimmer of hope at the end of this dark tunnel. Left Lord with the pawn. That's so funny, dude. And by funny, I mean awful. Oh my god. Am I ever just supposed to cheat this? No, I think I want the chance to draw into like a safe tile. And a safe tile we drew into, so that feels good. Left Lord pawn into 3 Dora. I have nothing right now, right? Like, this shape is never gonna happen. Stop trying to make fetch happen. Okay. I was scared to throw the 9 of characters even, because if they have a 7-8, this is the 6 and the 9 both become very, very scary. They didn't Ron off of the 6. I'm hoping that they can't somehow Ron off of the 9. Yeah, they're not waiting with a 7 and an 8, so totally fine to discard there. I think we're folding, folks. I think we're folding. And hey, by the way, before you're like, Yusong, it's my first week of playing Riichi Mahjong. Really dislike the fact that you're folding so much. The results work, okay? People are ranking up because they're studying the path of the cowardly swordsman, okay? People are folding, and it is giving them year-over-year returns in the elo sense in Mahjong Soul. Some people are doing so well that they're putting their excess elo into a Roth IRA in Yostar's game, and they're slowly but surely that's gonna rack up money over time. Investment joke. I got sushi. It was good enough to the point where I was like, you know, sometimes at night when you turn down the radio so you can see better, like it doesn't make sense whatsoever. But like, you know, when you're driving at night and you turn down the radio because you need to like focus on the road, and you like think that you can see better as a result. I just like haven't had a meal where I was like bogged in a while. Hang on. I think this is okay. I'm trying to search for any other like guaranteed safe tiles, but this is inside Tsuji for you. It doesn't play into your half flush. Like, you're not waiting with a 5-6. You're not waiting with a 2-3. We should be okay. What am I going to discard now? I have literally no idea. 8 of circles is a lovely tile to realize that it is safe. Northwind, I can never let you go. Call me Kazuo Ishiguro. I genuinely just can't do that. This is a very spooky, scary tile. I have to discard. I have to make one more discard. Please draw me into something safe. Please don't make me actually play the game. 4-4-4. 4 score and 7 circles ago. Green Dragon. There it is. A crossroad in Tenpai. Look, the 7 of bamboo would have dealt in. For White Dragon, half flush, all triplets? Jesus. That's a devastating hand. Oh my god. I'm very glad that we did not deal into that. That's what I'm handwritten apology in the comment section down below if you wanted me to throw that 7 of bamboo there. It's just too spicy. If they're going for the world's most obvious half flush and then they start discarding bamboo tiles, you know that hand is ready. You know that hand is ready. Me when I'm chalking up before doing an Olympic like high bar routine. Olympics joke. You're saying you can't cover for these 5 out of 10 jokes by just labeling the joke afterwards? Meta joke. Oh, what do we think about that, huh? Huh? That's right. They're good now. The jokes are good now. This year, Yusong's gonna do good jokes on the YouTube channel. The food was so good that usually I'm like, you know, I'm gonna like my brain has been rotten. I'm usually watching some YouTube videos. I'm eating food. Here's how I beat Kaizo Ironman with just an electrode, which is a real video that I watched that I actually really enjoyed lately. I don't mean to be saying that in a facetious way. I don't know about any of this. Can I just be real with you? Like, I think 2 of characters is the throw there. East 4. 7 of bamboo versus 2 of characters. I think 2 of characters is the throw there, but like if we draw into 3 of characters, aren't we like really, really happy to see it? Aren't we like giga pog to see a pure double sequence emerge in this hand? Okay, well, punish there, kind of immediately, right? we could have cut the red 5. I don't really think that cutting the red 5 is that good though. It's value, you know what I mean? It's hard to say no. Hamilton reference. It's hard to say no to a red 5 of anything in your hand, especially so early on when you're still pretty flexible and you can work hard to keep it in your hand. I mean, is this half flush McGee? Is this half flush McGee? Am I half flush McGee? I would probably pawn here. I would pawn into 2 of characters, 1 of characters, or Southwind at this point. I maybe should have cut the 5 of circles. I don't know. I'm kind of in between 2 worlds right now. Call me Echo from League of Legends. Isn't there like a between 2 worlds? Call me Zach Galifianakis, the way I'm between 2 ferns, where the ferns are worlds. Between 2 worlds, League. Isn't this a thing? Isn't this a thing? Between worlds is an ability from the champion Aurora. Okay, that's how you. I need to get better hobbies in my downtime. I can't be playing this much League of Legends. That's a level of brain rot that I'm not comfortable with. The whole point of this is the sushi was good. I took 30 minutes to say this one sentence. Welcome to the channel. The sushi was so good. I turned the video off. I turned the video off to be like, I need to focus on this food. It was good. It was nice. One time in college, I took this. I had to take 2 physical education classes to graduate. We could maybe get a pure straight here if we draw into 6 of characters. Unlikely, but like maybe, you know what I mean? Really specific things need to happen. Like if we draw into a 6 and then we cut this 2, I don't even know what we went off of. If I'm gonna be totally honest with you, we just went off of a 1 or a 4 of characters. I think we went off of a 1 or a 4 or a 7 of characters. And then we would need to win off of the 1 in specifically so that, scary. Okay, so, in order to pog up. Pinfu all simples? I would have Riichi'd on that thing. Like, I don't know. I don't know. I mean, I dealt in, so I can't really, judge them for that. But I would have gone for the value there. I would have gone for the points, the point, as it were. So one of the classes was a walking meditation class where we literally used to walk around and take deep breaths in a basement of a bowling alley. Wish I was kidding. Very real. Had to do it in order to graduate college. I don't know what that says about higher education. Not the point that I'm trying to make. But one day, the instructor brought like some trail mix and was like, okay, we're going to do some mindful eating. And I was very cynical about it. I was like, mindful eating? I don't need to think about chewing. Like you know what I mean? I was just like, what could mindful eating be? And I just try to taste everything. Try to think about where the food came from. And you're like, what's that gonna do? Like blow my mind or whatever? I'm gonna have the critic moment from Ratatouille where the eyes go really wide and then the orchestral score starts sweeping in. And then you actually do it and you take some time to like chew your food slowly and like think about where the food came from. Think of how much water was used to make this one almond. In parentheses derogatory, like I don't know. I think it's probably eating almonds. I don't know if it's like bad for the environment, but I've read that it takes like a lot of water. Anyway, and then you do that and you cranberries and everything. I don't even know where cranberries come from. I'm gonna be honest with you. I think they come from swamps. I don't know because I've seen some commercials. Oh no, he's a 10, but he doesn't know where cranberries are from. Because I've seen some commercials where it's like a farmer. And they're like waist deep in a pond, and then there's just like cranberries afoot. You know what I mean? There's just like cranberries around. So that's where I think they're from. I don't really know how they grow. They must exist on a vine. How do cranberries grow? We're learning today, folks. We're learning. I'm not gonna read the AI overview, just out of principle. Massachusetts. It's cranberries.org. Oh my God. Background. Cranberries can grow and survive only under a very special combination. Oh no, I can't read. Of factors including acid peat soil, an adequate fresh water supply, and a growing... I'm not locked in at all. This is Dan Giesling playing Spelunky 2 right now. But this hand was like not worth locking in on. This hand is literally Garbaggio. I can't like... No. I'm learning about cranberries right now. Commercial bogs use a system of wetlands, uplands. What's uplands? Nothing much. How about you? What's up? What's up, dog? Okay. Grow your own bog in a cup. So I don't really get it. But they seem to... They grow on low-laying vines in beds laid with sand, peat, gravel, and clay. I know some of these words from Minecraft. These beds, commonly known as bogs or marshes. Yo, some of you were laughing at me for saying swamps moments ago. I might deal in, but I don't know. Like, this hand could also still win. It's a fricked up cacophony of bad decisions right now. Because I was also like, swamps is just a funny thing to say. What am I playing, Magic the Gathering? You know what I mean? Like, I don't really think that anything grows in a swamp unless it's like moss or scary monsters. But it turns out cranberries, okay, you learn something new every day. They're on vines. So the farmer with waist deep in cranberry must have, I mean, do they float towards? I'm gonna watch a YouTube video about this later. I'm one tile away from Tenpai. Oh my God. If this hand wins, there is no, like, God is AFK. You know what I mean? Because I don't think I discarded, like, terribly, but the lack of focus is staggering. You know what I mean? Julia Louis-Dreyfus and Veep be like. But, like, this is not real. Evangelion 1.3.1, this is not real. What? Oh, yeah, the mindful eating. It does make the food taste differently. And I would say, I mean, I don't know if I could say this on an objective sense, but subjectively, I think it does make it better. I can't really explain it. So anyway, good little food situation lately. Okay. I mean, I feel like at any moment we're gonna deal into Left Lord. I especially don't want to cut a 2 or a 5 of characters, just because there's so few 3s and 4s visible. But like, if we get into Tenpai, we get into Tenpai. You know what I mean? Don't lie to me, Walt. Okay. All right. Is this anything? I could cut 8 and I could cut 9. That seems like a terrible idea. But what else am I supposed to throw? Genuinely here, I know this is like all sorts of effed up. I just don't want to discard. I can't discard the 2 or the 5. I see literally, like, I see one other 4 of characters. Oh, geez. Oh, what a safe bed of gravel and peat rock that I'm in right now. It's just not. We can't do that here. Right, Lord Pawns, before I even have the time to think about it. By the way, if I had clicked chi there, I still would not have been able to pawn. Whenever someone, or excuse me, when someone wants to chi and someone wants to pawn the same tile, the pawn always takes precedent. Same thing about, like, if I chi and someone calls con, the con takes precedent. The chi is very low on the totem pole. I can't, folks. Like, my favorite emote on Twitch. I can't. I genuinely can't. We still have a lot of game left to play. I know we're in last right now. I genuinely know we're in last. There has not been a single hand where I'm like, oh, yippee, Fortnite and Cola. Nope. A crossword with a devastating hand here. It's not 3 concealed triplets, luckily, because, like, if they got it off of the 6 of circles, it would have been 3 concealed triplets. But as far as things go, that one on hand to defuse this table, I'm okay with that. Genuinely okay with that. We wouldn't have dealt into them, but I think that our caution was appropriate. Me trying to get the worksite OSHA certified. Yusong, what else was going on in your life? Okay, I wrote this down. I have a new theory about Mahjong. Genuinely, I have a new theory about Mahjong. What about this, okay? The first places that you get are out of your control. They just are. Like, the first places, I don't think any of us have control over firsts and fourths. But I think sometimes the games where you squeak out a third or a second, like, those are meaningful. Those are the meaningful games. I honestly think that. Yusong, are you trying to romanticize third place because that's all you've been getting on the YouTube uploads lately? Look, I don't know. It certainly seems like I have a biased, entry point into this line of thinking and the line of conversation, but I think, or maybe, I think it's like, I think maybe it's that thing where it's like 50% of the time you have zero control over the game that you're in, but the other 50% of the time where agency and decision making actually matters, that's how you slowly rank up over time. Because everyone eats a plate of 4th place. Oh man, that's so sad about that one too. I don't think I was supposed to. What? No, this is a nice bulging shape. Sorry for the language, but it's absolutely true. And also, it's what it's called in Riichi Mahjong. Can accept a 4 or a 7 or a 5 or an 8. Honestly, both go incredibly hard here. This hand is good, folks. I genuinely like this hand. Con is wild. They conned in the dealer's seat, which means they have something. They know ball. Either that or you're just the most offensive player I've ever met? I don't know. I genuinely don't know. Okay, interesting, right? Kind of interesting to think about. In just like an intellectual sense. It's kind of interesting. Folks, I'm 1 tile away from Tenpai for 7 pairs as well. So I got to keep that option open. But if I draw into like anything that completes anything, Yusong, your specificity is awesome. Oh, the chi here is like... Tenhou, red 5. Isn't that something worth fighting for? Mulan voice, you know what I mean? Isn't that worth fighting for? I'm 1 tile away with guaranteed Tenhou, and I feel good about cutting this tile, right? I mean, 2 of the East Winds are already gone. No one has a triplet of that. As for the 3 of characters, a few of them are already gone. Like, we see all the red 5s. Like, even though the con has been called, it's only scary, and I say this knowing that someone, like, Yostar is gonna hit me with that comedic timing, but, like, it's only scary if someone calls Riichi at this point. Like, open hands right now don't seem that terrible to me. I chi every minute of every single day, and now I'm in Tenpai. Left Lord Pawns 1 of bamboo. That's kind of wild. I have no idea what you're going for. You have a triplet of what? The Green Dragons? No. You have a triplet of the South Winds? I think they either have a triplet of the South Winds just locked and loaded in their hand, or they're calling him open hands McGee. Or they were waiting on the South Wind now to win the game. Had we drawn the South Wind, I think unfortunately we would have had to throw it. Like I like filibustering as much as the next senator, but like I don't know. This hand was just worth risking it for. IMHO. Look, that's a hand that we can play. The earlier hands, that's Cranberry o'clock. You know what I mean? Like that's when we learn about cranberries. The point is, like a lot of the games, you don't have that much agency. And it's up to us to decipher, like, those games that we do have agency. I think it was either yesterday's upload or the day before that. But, like, when you're in dead last and you eke out a 3rd place, oh, God. Like, sometimes that feels better than a 1st place, you know? And, oh, Yusong didn't realize you were being backed by big copium. I know what it sounds like. I know what it sounds like. But I think the reason that I'm reintroducing this line of thought is not so that the entire community can start coping, but it's more so that, like, it puts less pressure on every single game. And, like, I hopefully, the less I get tilted, hopefully the better Mahjong I can play as a result of that. Okay, this hand is good. Pull up the Wikipedia page for cranberries. We're going back in. Not really, but, like, we could. This hand is really not that special. But that's pretty much it. Yesterday night, can I tell you something? I mean, this is bad because I'm burning through all the supply, you know, the silos and silos of anecdotes that I have. Look, I'm probably gonna record another video today. Oh, this is awesome foreshadowing. Tomorrow's video might be truly unhinged because that's when we dive deep into the subconscious. You know what I mean? When your anecdote well is dry, that's when you're like, and so here are my thoughts about dreams. No, I don't know. Last night, I had a very scary dream. This is real. I think the sushi, like, my stomach did not agree with it. My stomach, like, doesn't agree with most things. It's really sad. I think I just have probably like a sensitive gut or something. But I think because of the sushi, I had really scary dreams because my stomach was hurting the whole night, and I realized that, like, when my stomach is hurting, that's most likely when I'll have nightmares. It's like when the body feels bad, the mind is not gonna be like, oh yeah, let's dream about, you know, you're on a cotton candy roller coaster. No, you're gonna be alone forever. Like, you know, the mind goes into a very dark place. If you're gonna sumo here, that's fine, right? Is this Pinfu? It doesn't seem like it's Pinfu, yeah, but they did hit an Oradora. It's not terrible. It's not terrible. Left Lord pays out the dealer penalty. We're now sitting in the dealer seat. We could win this game if we have a big enough hand. Oof. I mean, tell me this hand isn't actually kind of okay. Tell me this hand isn't kind of giving notes of Tenhou, in that it was bottled in the Tenhou region of France. Tell me, okay, genuinely, this is good. Like a Wonder Girls song, tell me. Like, I think if we see 5 of characters, we chi. I think if we see 4 of circles, we might even pawn. It's freaky, don't get me wrong, but all symbols and just try to run it back in the dealer seat a few times, right? I mean, we're not even We're not even, Emma Smiley, thank you so much for the follow. I sincerely appreciate it. We're not even like in second place right now. And if someone else sumos a mangan, we're in last. We pay out a dealer penalty, we're in last. So I think we kind of have to go a little bit hard on this hand. I don't like speculating on to be honest, like a pretty weak Tanya, but it's better than nothing. And I think we could use a little bit more insurance before the end of the game. Okay, I guess this is okay. We're happy if we draw into a 4 of bamboo. We're not very happy if we draw into a 2 of bamboo, but we'll take it, I guess. I can't help but notice that we're not getting any good tiles, either from the wall or from left lord, so looking a little dicey. If someone runs somebody else, that's also okay. Like if right lord deals into someone, that's genuinely okay. But if I were them, I'd be thinking, there's a chance that I could get out of here even if I play defense, because I'm sitting in the dealer seat. If someone sumos, I pay out a big dealer penalty. So gotta be a little bit careful here. 6 of circles. That's a good tile right there. That's an absolute banger tile. Look at all these tiles that we can accept now. 5 of circles, 3 of circles. This is okay. It's good. It's genuinely good. Right lord cuts the red 5. That's okay. You give me all the please don't give me any more, but we can take a little bit of a detour as we move towards Tenpai. I dreamed that there was a home invasion. It was very scary. And then I didn't. Like, what am I going to use to defend myself? My little Mahjong set? Like, I don't know. My nightstand doesn't have any. Like, it's got my Nintendo Switch. If I pawn this, I'm 1 tile away from Tenpai. And if I don't, I'm not. Okay, well, that made it pretty easy. But this is such a bad Tenpai. You've heard of bad grandpa? Like 5 of circles, I don't think comes home ever. Okay, I mean, that's fine, right? Now we can chi into a 4 or a 7. Maybe get off of this wait for the 5 of circles. That's kind of dank. Can I pawn here ever? Yeah, no, I can't pawn here. Can I? I don't think I can. Yeah, I don't think this actually helps us. This helps us get off of the 5 of circles wait, but I don't know if that's like actually good. Not to sound like I'm posting on Reddit. It's not bad. I can do some pivoting, right? I can do a little bit of pivoting. Oh my god. I think this strengthens our hand. I'm not sure. 7 of circles looks relatively okay. This is never all triplets, by the way. I know it kind of seems like it, but we would have to... a lot would have to go wrong or right, depending on how you want to look at it, for us to turn this into all triplets. By the way, other gamers are incentivized not to call Riichi here. Like, I'm the only... Right Lord and I are sweating a little bit. Like, we could get last at any possible moment. Okay, we could get last at any possible moment. But, like, if Left Lord is in Tenpai, they have every reason to not call Riichi. If a Cross Lord is in Tenpai, they have every reason not to call Riichi. Oh, I'm begging you. Please, no one round me off of this. I mean, I'm willing to throw 2 of... No, that's so bad. Oh my god, 4th place. I had no agency. Oh no, you gotta be kidding me. Oh no. No shot. For real? Minus 184? That can't be right. That can't be right. I don't think I played that poorly this game. I don't think I dealt in this game. Oh, I'm so sorry. Eye roll. Maka, show me that this was unequivocally correct. Computer, confirmation bias me. Oops, 97. And then nothing else happened. And then literally nothing else happened. Exhaustive draw penalty, because could we have done anything here? No, Maka wants us to fold. Like, Maka wants us to huge fold. Yeah. Oh, man. I mean, we also won a game recently by the thinnest of margins, so I guess losing here is okay. They dealt into me. Oh, they had all triplets. Okay, I wasn't even thinking about that. I was like sure that they had the Southwind or something. There's their Seawind. But an all triplets in, sure, absolutely. Pretty spiced down McGee, if I'm not gonna lie to you. This round I played, the grade that they gave was an S. Do they like the pawn here? That's what I'm most confused by. They like the pawn. Because we don't want to wait on the 5 anyway. Okay, yeah. And here's a chance that we can maybe end up on a 4-7 wait. And that's genuinely not bad. Or even like, I don't know, a double pair wait. Like that's not terrible either. Yeah, just unfortunate. Really, really unfortunate. And then they, oh my god. Oh no. They're single tile Yorking it for the Dora here. Did they get it? You cut the Dora. I don't know what compels you to do this at this point. What is happening? Maybe you just think that the 4 bamboo was a little too Spice Town. That's fair. That's genuinely fair. You don't see any of the 5s and the 6s except for the red 5 that you threw. I can kind of understand that. I weirdly can understand that. And then, do they happen to know? Does he know? Were they cheating somehow? Or are they just chosen? Are they actually just MFing chosen? Oh man, had they sumoed off of the Dora? What is this? Sumo 7 pairs. Oh no, I still would have lost. I'm like, is everybody below 30,000? No, Right Lord would still be right above 30,000. Man, really unfortunate. I don't think there were moments that we could have really changed things. East 4, 7 of bamboo cut instead of 2 of characters. They liked it. They liked it. Half flush, I guess, and you know, pure double sequence chance. Gaming. Yo, I'm playing this like a monster. Pawn? They're okay with it. Red 5. Oh my god, I play this like a monster. I play this round with an S rank. Oh my god. And then this, imagine if we didn't deal in here. Imagine how good it would have felt if we didn't deal. Oh my god. This is so messed up. They're like an anime character. They won their 7 pairs hand off of this 4 of bamboo as well. And then also, by the way, watch me call my shot. The Riichi here is right. The Riichi here, I'm going to say, is unequivocally right. It's not unequivocally right, but I would have YOLO slammed it. I would have absolutely YOLO slammed. Maybe they're thinking, oh, if we can draw into like a 5, 6, 7 mixed triple C. But that's, come on. That's way too low percentage for me. But I would have even slammed the Riichi earlier. Wait, are you kidding me? Look, I know this double pair weight is bad, but I would have slammed. Are you kidding? Yeah, I would have slammed. Maybe you don't get it, but the early Riichi gets the worm. And I'm all about being up and playing with my worm. Folks! It's gonna do it for today's video. If you like the song, if you like the genre, consider subscribing. Look, we'll get them next time. Like, we've lost on the thinnest of margins. We're gonna win on the thinnest of margins. Call me Marge Simpson. Homie. Anyway, that's gonna do it for today's video. If you like the song, if you like the genre, consider subscribing. New videos every single day. I stream on Twitch Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, 3 p.m. Pacific. Link is down below in the description, along with our community Discord, our VOD channel, and our Patreon, which is the best way to support me. Until next time, please take care of yourself and please be kind to yourself, okay? I'll talk to you soon. Peace.